Welcome back to GrowFit Florida. I'm Jermaine, growing food right here in beautiful Central Florida, Zone 10A. I have a good one for you today. Today, I'm adding another perennial vegetable superfood to the garden. Y'all know I love perennials, and even more, I love crops that give our bodies all the vitamins and minerals we need to get after things that we enjoy doing. And this crop that I'm adding today is another one that you guys, the GrowFit Florida community, you guys have been raving about, telling me to add to the garden. So I thank you. But real quick, what have you guys planted so far this year? Or what are you thinking about planting? Putting in raised beds, pots, and grounds? Leave it in the comments. Let us know so we can all get some ideas of some new crops that we might want to put in. So let me know in the comments what you planted so far. All right, before we get into what I'm planting, some New Year's housekeeping, let's call it. So first, I want to say I brought over the behind the scene videos that I've been having on Patreon for a few months now. I brought it over here to YouTube. So if you want to, you can become a member, join my inner circle. And there I have like 25 videos already there, and I'm adding more daily. Just behind the scenes of my wife and I in the garden, things that I normally don't talk about on the channel. And also with this membership, I'm able to answer your questions with priority replies. So if it's something that you're considering, if you want to further your garden, further your knowledge, come join Inner Circle, and I'm waiting for you. Let's go. So, all right, what am I adding to the garden, you're wondering? Well, it is longevity spinach. And I thank you guys for recommending it. Let me go show you what it is. So I've ordered two, and I got it online from a nursery. I'm going to put the link in the description. So if you want to order yourself some too, I'll have the link in the description where you can get this longevity spinach. It arrived very fast and it's very healthy too as well. Now I have two. The good thing about longevity spinach is it's very easy to propagate. I'll go over that more in the video later on, but it's very easy to propagate. 2 or 3 is pretty much all you need. Now I have 2 because we have other leafy greens in our garden, so I didn't need that much, even though this is going to make a lot. If you're someone who has none, you have no katuk, no moringa, no type of leafy greens, and you're like, oh, I want to, this year 2026, I want to start getting more greens into my diet, you might want to go out and get yourself 3. Just more, especially if you have a bigger family. If it's just you, maybe 1 is good. Big family, 2 or 3. So here we go. Here's mine. Very healthy. And again, I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go pick up some yourself. Longevity spinach got its name because of parts in China, Malaysia, and Thailand. These people have been eating this plant for generations, supporting long life, vitality, and it's a perennial that grows here in Florida. It doesn't bolt like regular spinach when it gets hot, which we're always hot. So that's a good thing. And it just keeps producing leaves. That's pretty much the kind of crop that I want in my yard. And if you a GrowFit Florida follower from day one, is probably one of the type of crops that you want in your yard as well. Now, before I go any further, let me just be clear. I'm not a doctor and this is not medical advice. What I'm sharing here is what I'm doing for me and my family. And I've done my research, a lot of research, and I'm just sharing some ideas with you so you can explore and you can possibly use in your own garden and in your own health journey. Always do your own research, but you can use this video as some of your research. Talk to your healthcare provider and see what's right for you. All right, now without further ado, let's get into the interesting parts about this plant. Now the leaves, they are packed with antioxidants, vitamin A and C, iron, calcium, and compounds that research shows may help with inflammation, blood sugar, and regulate blood pressure. When you look at what's in this plant, you understand why people in traditional cultures have valued it for so long. See, I'm a fan of plants that have a track record. That's just me. And they're just not a part of a latest trend. They actually have been serving people for generations. And that's why I like to go out and get these type of plants. And I like to bring them to you guys too as a possibility for yourself. Why am I adding longevity spinach this year in our backyard? Well, I'm trying to build a complete system of health in our backyard. You guys know that. And that's probably why you follow me. You're trying to do the exact same thing as well. I'm not replacing any of my leafy greens. I'm adding to it. We're going to now have katuk. We're going to now have moringa. And we've added longevity spinach. And we have a few other greens that I'm going to talk about later on this year, probably in the next video, a couple more things. But I just want to add to it, add to the health, add to our nutrition back here. because one of the goals we had was this year was we want to completely get rid of having to go to a grocery store and buy our greens. We want to grow all our greens in our backyard. We can't do that with annuals or traditional spinach because obviously it gets too warm, it's too hot here. The pest pressure is just way too high. So we're looking for greens that are great for warm climates like ours. And longevity spinach is one, katuk is one, moringa is one, and they taste well. It tastes pretty good to add into our food. So we're not missing nothing, not being able to grow regular spinach. Another thing that we've learned too about making these goals is in 2024, the end of 2024, we had a goal to grow enough onions where we never have to go to the grocery store to buy onions again. 2025, we grew the onions and we basically had to, I don't think we went to the store in 2025 to buy onions, which was amazing. We had a huge harvest. Into 2025, we made a commitment not to buy greens again. And this is going to be one of our starts. So that's why I'm doing it. Maybe you have a goal as well. Maybe you want to add this goal into yours. I don't know, but this is what me and my family are doing. Committed to growing our greens in our own backyard. And I'm sure you can do it too. And I'm gonna show you how this year. I'm gonna show you how. You guys know I'm gonna show you how. All right, family, now let me tell you how to grow this plant. Longevity spinach, it likes part shade to full sun. Right here in Florida, I'm giving this some morning sun and some afternoon shade because our summers are brutal, and in cooler months, it can handle more of that sun. It likes consistent moisture, but it doesn't want to be soaked in water, so make sure that you have good drainage wherever you're planting it. That's gonna be a key. I'm planting mine in the ground. I'm gonna mix some compost around it and I'm gonna mulch it. I'm gonna put some good amount of mulch to keep the soil nice and cool and moist. This plant, it grows low and it spreads for the ground cover. So I'm gonna put it at the base probably of my katuk and around there. So I'm gonna let it grow out like that. I'm gonna give it plenty of space. And another thing about this plant is it's very easy to propagate. You can grow this from cuttings. You're just gonna snip a piece off, stick it in some soil, and it's going to root. So that's the good thing about it. So if you have one, you're going to be able to get two, you're going to be able to get 3, 4, 5. So you don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of these. Just get yourself 1 or 2 or 3, depending if you have a big family, and you're going to be able to propagate to get so much more. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to propagate this to about 3 or 4 plants, and then that's going to be enough for us. Well, probably 4 or 5 plants. We eat a lot of greens. So probably about 4 or 5 plants. So how to use this? I'm gonna be real with you. The taste for us, it's not bad. It's not the greatest. It tastes similar to spinach. It really does, but it has some bitterness type of a taste. But it's, like I said, it's not bad. So we'll be using this in dishes that's gonna be able to mask any of the taste. Again, it's not a bad taste. So don't think that this is a bad taste. It's just for us and my family. We prefer katuk, we prefer moringa, and we prefer some of the other leafy greens that we grow. But it's not a bad taste. In a smoothie, you can throw some bananas, some mangoes, some pineapple, and things like that. Is really going to help. And you're going to get all the nutrients from this plant. So that's another good thing. You can use it in stir fries with some soy sauce, some sesame oil. It's perfect for it. And you're going to get so much spinach from this that you're going to be able to use it in a variety of dishes. Another thing, during my research, some people actually make tea out of this. Now, that's not nothing that I'm going to do. That bitterness is definitely going to come through with tea. We have so many things that we can tea, and I gave you guys so many videos on that. But if you want to, yes, you can tea this. But I suggest going back and watching some of my other videos on some things that it's going to taste a little bit better and gives you a little bit more nutrients than teaing this. But we're definitely going to put this in our dishes and our smoothies. The point is with any of these leafy greens is don't let that taste stop you. You're not growing this for fine dining. You're growing it because it supports your health. And with a little creativity, you can work it into your diet without even noticing it. Now, I'm curious, how do these greens taste to you? Do you use them in your meals? Do you use them in your smoothies? If you're growing longevity spinach right now, give me some recipes. Drop some recipes in the comments that you use them for to help us all out, to help the entire GrowFit Florida community out. So I'm very interested to hear how you're throwing this into your dishes. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. You don't need a massive backyard to start growing your own medicine cabinet. Longevity spinach is compact. You can grow it in a container. You can grow it in a patio, whatever you have. But the principle is bigger than just one plant. When you start growing perennial superfoods, when you start thinking about your backyard as a place that feeds your body and supports your health, you shift your entire dynamic of your whole entire household. You stop being dependent on the systems that don't care about you, and you start taking back responsibility for your own vitality. And that's what 2026 need to be for all of us. Building systems, stacking your perennials that work for you year after year after year. And if you want to add longevity spinach to your garden, hey, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. Add it if you want to. Just make sure you do your own research on it. And if you're already growing this longevity spinach, let us know how you're using it. Let us know, are you growing it in the ground, container? Let us know how you're growing your longevity spinach. And for my GrowFit Florida Inner Circle channel members, I'm actually gonna be showing you guys how I'm gonna plant this in the ground. It's a little thing that I'm about to do. I'm about to actually dig up a plant that I personally love, but my family just, they don't like that much. So we're gonna put this in its spot and I'm gonna show you guys. So head over to the Inner Circle videos. If you haven't joined, you can head over there and you'll be able to see me put this in the ground. All right, family, let's make 2026 the healthiest year of our lives. Let's make 2026 the year that we decide to grow something in our backyard, that we take this serious. This is your year. I'm going to be here for you to help support you in the research, but let's do this together. So if you haven't already, go get yourself some longevity spinach. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like it, hype it, whatever you can do to support the channel. I appreciate it. And until the next video, like always, God bless.